Everyone, welcome to today's session on big data. Today we'll understand what data is actually, why big data became important, and how companies like YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon use it every day. This is important because students should start thinking about this. How many times do you use your phone every day? How does Instagram know what reels you like? How does YouTube recommend videos so accurately? How does Google Maps predict the traffic? Then, behind all these systems, one thing is working continuously, that is called data. Imagine one student using WhatsApp for a day for sending the messages, sharing the photos, making calls, sharing a location. Every activity generates the information. WhatsApp, messages, calls, and sharing location, and also photos. This everything activity generates the information. Now imagine billions of people doing this simultaneously across the world. This creates a large amount of data every second. Managing these huge amount of information is very big data comes into the picture. And next topic is what is data? Data is a collection of raw facts, which means uh, information or the example watching YouTube, ATM withdraw means transaction data, online shopping, customer behavior. This generates the data. Here we generates the data. Here we generates the data of the transaction, and next example is online shopping. Here we generates the data of customer behavior. Next is GPS tracking. Here location is the data. An important point is every digital activity creates the data. And even clicking a button, liking a post, scanning QR code, these all creates a data. Next, actually types of data. Next, types of data. Numeric data, we have there are numeric data. Next one is text data, multimedia data, these three types are data. And when it comes to numerical data, only numbers, which is data is related to numbers. Example, student marks, temperature, salary, etc. And when it comes to text data, words or the sentence. Here the examples are sorry emails, comments, messages. And when it comes to multimedia data, which is related to images, audio and video. Example, Instagram photos, YouTube videos, etc. Next, what is information and data? What is information and data? Information means processed, meaningful output. Example, average class score is 86 or 87. This is a meaningful output will be there. And data means raw facts. Here raw facts examples 95, 96, just a raw facts. And meaning is extracted from the data is called information. What is information? Meaning is extracted from data. This is called information. Next, types of data. Structured data, structured data, and semi-structured data. Here, what is structured data? Structured data means structured data, organized neatly in rows and columns is called structured data, which is stored in Excel and SQL database. And for example, ID, name and age. ID 1 or 22. This is structured data which is stored in the rows and the columns. Next we'll see unstructured data. Unstructured data, which is does not have any fixed format. Example, videos, images, social media posts, audio files. This is the largest type of internet data today. And example, a YouTube video contains a video, audio, comments and subtitles and etc. and most of the big data is used only the unstructured data. So next topic is semi-structured data. Semi-structured data means partially organized. For example, JSON files, XML files, and emails contains tags or labels but not fully table. So, traditional databases work well for structured data. So, traditional databases works well for structured data. But modern internet platforms generate mostly videos, images, or the user interactions, which are unstructured data. Unstructured data, like modern internet platforms. And big data technologies emerge is the main reason for unstructured data. What is big data? Big data. This refers to extremely large and complex data sets. Datasets that cannot be handled effectively using traditional systems. Normal data can fit in Excel, processed by one computer. For example, normal data which can fit in Excel, processed by one computer. Big data. Big data means too large, generated too fast, comes in many formats, needs advanced technologies. Data means one water bottle. For example, let me clear it. What is data? And data means one water bottle. Big data means entire ocean. A bottle is manageable. Ocean requires special systems. Ocean requires special systems to manage. Real life examples like YouTube, millions of uploads daily, billions of views, huge storage requirements, and YouTube. And one more is Netflix. In Netflix, views history, it tracks the views history and pauses, watch time, recommendations. And next one is the Amazon. Here it stores the customer searches, orders, payment history, and delivery tracking. And let's see why this became important. Why big data is important? Why important? Previously, small data sets, databases we have, and limited internet usage. This is earlier, but now smartphones, IoT devices, and social media, online transactions, and generate massive continuous data. Traditional system became insufficient, so that they introduced another some technologies for big data. Next, in big data we have five views of big data. Volume, velocity, variety, and veracity, value. Value. And when it comes to volume is the amount of data. For examples, petabytes of videos, billions of social media posts, huge storage needed. Volume. Next, velocity, speed at which data is generated. For example, stock market updates, GPS tracking, and live sports scores. Data arrives continuously. Velocity means. Variety means different forms of data. For example, text, audio, images, video, sensors data for IoT devices we use. And next is veracity, data quality and accuracy. Which problem? Not all the data is reliable. For example, fake reviews and incorrect user information and etc. And what is the value? Useful insights. Useful insights extract from the data. Data itself is useful, but unless meaningful decisions are made for it. For example, Netflix recommendation increases user engagement. So these are the five V's of big data. Next, what is traditional data and big data? Traditional data versus big data. This is traditional data is small size, massive size is a big data. Structured mostly mixed formats. This is structured mixed. And single computer system, and here distributor system. Here Excel, SQL, and here Hadoop, Spark, etc. And this is GP scale, this is TB and PB scale. And traditional system scale vertically, and the big data scale horizontally. And this is about the big data and what is data. In next video we'll see detailed information about the big data structure and Hive, Hadoop, Spark, distribution system and everything in the next video. Thank you for